Sully's moving! Peyton is in here working on the brackets for our skid plate. Is that a insert tab A into slot B kind of instructions?
Pretty much.
And then you're gonna weld it all together?
Yep, I'm gonna tack weld these and fit them and then,
Broke it.
yeah.
Dang it.
She can make a new one.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, good morning. We are getting a late start to day 11 for us, day 9 for the build. It is almost 10 a.m. What,
Yeah,
what are you
that's
thinking?
Just fact checking you in my head.
You thought it was Friday this morning. You don't get
It's been lots of days.
the days kind of run together.
Yeah.
Luckily, the guys here have not are not getting a late start. I think Ian's been here since 7. I don't even know what he's been doing.
Yep.
So we're gonna go find out. Look, look, look. Tires are touching the ground. It's not on the full weight. It's still up on the hoist, but because it doesn't have a 8-inch lift right now. Looks good though. But it's got tires. Look. Well, the number one goal for this morning is to get rid of that pesky check engine light. And they brought in the big guns. This is Tony. He's the, what are you, the head engineer?
Product development.
Product development.
Been here
He has been with AMW from the beginning, and really one of the reasons that we even have all this cool stuff. Jared said he is the brains behind making all of this stuff work.
Are you the one that figured out which parts go with all the things and like streamlined it?
For the most part, yeah.
Okay, so that's, dude, I don't know what's in your brain, but that's crazy. 'Cause
A lot.
to know what works with what vehicles and to have that all dialed,
Yeah, just trying different things and figuring out
that's a lot of time.
what works. And
How long did it take you to do all that?
I think we were on the JL project for probably a good year before we had it all going.
Wow.
It's awesome. And so you just spent time with different wiring harnesses from this. The wiring harness from this truck will mate to this connector, and that'll mate to the engine, and that'll talk to this one, and figuring out how all
lots of time on wiring for sure.
I don't know if I spelled this out in one of the earlier videos, but yeah, everything in their conversions is Mopar. It's all factory Mopar stuff. They didn't build some, custom piece together wiring harness to fit this to that or anything. This is all Mopar stuff. So if you need a part, it's Mopar. You can take it to any Jeep dealership, and all the parts in there are Mopar. So they can service the whole thing because it's all factory stuff, which is one of the things that sets AMW apart from anyone else. It is communication from this pesky little sensor right here that we're having issues with. And then, like I said, my Jeep came in with this issue. I mean, these wiring harnesses, they've been through a lot. And they're taking it upon themselves to fix the issues that this Jeep came here with. That they're not fixing an issue that's related to anything they've done. So definitely going above and beyond. And I appreciate that a lot. And for today's weather report, someone's still shaking the snow globe quite violently today, and the temperature is dropping. Peyton is here to test fit the new engine mount for the skid. I love the simplicity of that bracket. Like,
Right?
that is perfect.
This is the fun part.
Look at it. Look, look, look. That's awesome. There's such a huge difference in how long it could take when you bring in an almost 5-year-old Jeep with 127,000 miles that's been through a lot, and a basically brand new Jeep. It goes much smoother on the new Jeep side. But these guys are awesome. They know what it takes. These are some of the best in the business. I'm so glad these guys are trying to fix this issue than the guys at my dealership at home. I wouldn't trust them to do this at all. All right, people have been loving this scrambler, but I don't think I've got the sound on video. This one has the 606 in it. And this Jeep just sounds angry. That whole Jeep is just awesome. Such a cool build. Well, Tony just disassembled my old connector. Look at all that. He dumped it out and just dust just poured out of it. So now there's there's the other side. But now I've got two brand new connectors. Fingers crossed that does the trick. All right, it's the moment of truth. Start it up and see if the code disappears.
Yeah, why would it be that easy? You got.
Now they're checking voltages at all the connectors through all the harnesses just to see where the issue may be coming from. Well, through a bunch of different voltage tests, they have isolated the issue to that wire. That did it? Dude, you'll rock! Just one little wire. That's awesome. They're awesome. They're freaking awesome. I mean, they were chasing down that wire issue no matter what, and they found it. Now they're just gonna fix that wire. There's my new brackets for the skid plate. New custom patent brackets. Just increased my resale value by about 10 grand. Because this woman is absolutely awesome. Just brilliant. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Came back from lunch and engine skid mounts are all in. That's gonna be awesome. Well, the final piece of wiring has been done. And look at this. This is so much better than what I had.
There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. There's a lot of lights on this thing. But the final piece of the puzzle has arrived. This right here. This is what we've been waiting for. And then after that's in, are we going for a drive?
Yeah, a little one.
Little drive?
A little drive.
Can we do a donut in the parking lot?
Not yet.
Well, for the first time in 11 days, Sully is fully sitting back on its own weight. And since this hood is a lot heavier than the aluminum hood, we got the struts from Redline Tuning to make holding the hood up a lot easier. All right, well, we've had so many people in the comments wondering what I was gonna do not having a snorkel anymore, because y'all know I love a good water crossing. And this is the answer. This is the Jeep Hydra Guide. This came out with the 392 Wrangler, and it's basically a snorkel that comes through the hood scoop. So if water enters here, water is heavier than air. Most of the water rushes out the back, comes out here off the back of the engine. Any water that might make this curve this direction flows out this little drain plug here, and none of the water ends up in the air box. It has been proven that it works.
And I'm sure it'll be tested.
And hopefully in a couple weeks, I might get to test that out because we got our cold water run in the Ozarks. But I mean, there are YouTube videos of guys taking buckets of water and just throwing them in the hood scoop of their 392s. No water at all getting in the airbox. So I think this is going to be an awesome solution, and I am pumped to have the Hydro Guide instead of a snorkel because it's freaking sweet. And then with the Raceline hood struts, I don't have to use the prop rod anymore. It just goes up and down on its own. It's so handy.
Do you guys want to check the alignment on it?
We can. It just had an alignment coming up here.
That's
if
fine.
we can, we can just verify it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That would make us feel better.
The main thing I want to just verify is the caster. Make sure it's, I think it's set at 6.5 degrees.
Doesn't hurt.
So,
You just can
6.5? Okay.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
just
what I
sit
like to
over
run.
there and check it.
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to put it on the rack anyway, because that's probably where I'm going to put the inners in at.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I want to make sure it drives around,
Okay. You going to drive it on the rack? So far, we've heard it start a couple times,
Never put it in gear.
but we have never put it in gear. Is that something they do when they move one for the first time? Is that a thing? Sully's moving! Quick check of the alignment. Make sure everything's where we want it to be still after adding the weight of the engine. Actually, I lied. It is time to give it an initial I think mapping of the transmission or something. Tune's the initial tune put in it, and then it's time for a test drive. All right. Well, I was told to download the tuning app that they use and create an account so that if there's ever an engine code or whatever, I can read it, clear it, send it to them. They can diagnose it. There's a ton of stuff that they can do remotely in this engine, which is friggin' sweet. So that's gonna be awesome. And just anywhere I have Wi-Fi connection, which since I have Starlink always with me, that's everywhere. We got the initial file uploaded. Do have to get one tweak done to it, but before we do that, Ian wanted to take it for a drive just to see what it's like.
Just make sure everything's good before we take it on a long journey home.
Feels weird riding shotgun.
We'll have to straighten the steering wheel.
Oh yeah. Steering wheel's a little crooked.
That's alright, we'll fix that.
That's easy. So what differences will the tuning make to it? Mostly like shift points and stuff, or what is it?
Yeah, kind of shift points and overall better throttle response. And,
Okay, throttle response and stuff.
yeah. Just mainly just making tweaks to anything that it possibly needs. Yeah, not too crazy. Overall, everything sounds good. Everything feels like it's shifting good.
It feels real smooth.
Engine sounds healthy.
So tonight, Ian is going to drive it home. How far away do you live?
About 50 miles.
15 or 50?
It's like 45 miles one way.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take.
So he'll put almost 100 miles on it round trip to get a feel for it, and then come back here in the morning and make any tweaks that are necessary.
Yeah, always the first drive is our first initial tell of, when we get back in the morning. You drive it real nice and easy on the way home, and you feel it out. And then the following morning, if you feel like you don't want to beat it up, but give it a little bit more beans than what
You're saying tomorrow we can do donuts?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe in the snow.
In the snow, yeah, absolutely in the snow. I don't want to trash the gears on the pavement.
Yeah.
No, I absolutely mean in the snow.
Yeah, we'll let the gears get worked in a little bit.
All right, that was the first drive. Felt real smooth. Now I can't wait to drive it. Oh yeah.
And then it'll be fine.
Yeah. Let's do that on his watch.
Yes. Oh, somebody short was driving this last time. Oh.
It's like you've never driven on a Jeep before. Don't you just let it sit for a minute, or can you just?
I mean, we just drove it, so. There was no clunk in the transmission going into reverse. That's nice. That's a nice new touch.
Yeah. The engine running and no check engine lights is always a nice new touch.
It is.
Lurches.
Transmissions, learning stuff. Yeah. We'll be right back.
Okay.
If we break down, I'm gonna get really cold. So I'm gonna wear my jacket. Oh, it's smooth. I want to punch it so bad, but I can't. I can't. I know. I can't. I can't. Tomorrow. I know. She's my supervisor.
Everything HR. Easy.
I am easy. Been very easy. Let's go. Let's go this way. See? That was super smooth. See?
Okay, let off a little bit.
Wait, not even going with flow traffic.
He was asking about
37.
right here.
Huh?
37.
There's 7th. I don't know. Would it drop into 8th gear? I have to go a little bit faster. There it went. Yeah, it kind of went a room.
Yeah. It doesn't seem that loud in
It doesn't at all. Of course, I'm not getting on it either.
Well, you're not gonna be getting on it when you're wheeling, and though I'm talking about for filming.
Yeah. Whoa, that was like, vroom. Did you feel that? Like it just barely. Vroom.
Yeah, be careful with that.
God, I love this Jeep. I was worried about like the sight lines on the hood, but I honestly don't really tell much difference.
It is
Definitely,
higher.
I mean, definitely, but like in the corners, I can see the corners just as good as I could before. It's only in the middle, and you can't see there on the trail anyway. Like that's
You have a forward facing camera.
that's true. But no, my sight lines with this hood are no different. I like it. Yeah, I've said all along that if I went with the 5.7, I wanted it to be quiet. But I really like the way it sounds right now. We'll see how it does, like in a trail video on the trail, and we're gonna evaluate that. But I like it.
When am I getting mine?
I don't know, but I definitely see it in your future.
Yeah. Leave a comment down below.
There's already been a crap ton of comments. When's Kara's getting hers?
Let everybody.
When's Kara getting hers?
Everybody let Matt know that Kara needs one too. Kara needs one, and the number's 707. Easy. Easy.
I want to go do a donut in that parking lot so bad right now. So bad.
No.
Oh, yep. There he is.
I told you.
There he was. He was standing outside.
I told you. He's probably like around the block, eh?
He's like Mom waiting for the kids with curfew. You're standing outside like parents waiting for their kids for curfew.
No, Alex just left. So I was watching him do donuts.
Have fun. Bye.
Are you okay?
I'm a little emotional.
Watching him walk away with it, or the
Oh, well,
fact that
that-
it started?
The fact that I got to drive it.
Oh.
Just standing here, yeah, get a little emotional.
Oh.
Sully's been a good Jeep.
Yeah.
It has. It's been a very good Jeep.
Bless it.
Anyway,
Gotta get the
tomorrow. That's my Jeep. That's my Jeep. Tomorrow we get to go take it out for like
The day.
the day, and like drive it on the interstate and stuff.
And drive it like you stole it.
And I get to drive it. He said I get to drive it like I stole it tomorrow.
But under the
So-
the state, like the signs that tell you how fast to go.
Might break an occasional
limit
speed limit sign.
signs.
They might break the speed limit occasionally.
No, that's against the law.
Anyway, so yeah, Sully lives. Sully's back in action. So, but we're not done with these vlogs. They're not done here. They still, get it back in the morning, fine tune the tuning if needed, button up just a few last minute things.
You got test miles.
Test miles we got to
wanna
put
do
on
that,
it
yeah.
before we leave here and start heading back home, which
And then-
won't be till early next week.
And then Monday,
So-
I think the plan is, since Ian has been the one that's been the sole person to build this whole thing, it's always good to have just another pair of eyes to look
Oh yeah,
over his work.
final inspection.
So just to have someone else
Yep.
look over his work, just to, everybody's human.
Yep, final inspection.
He takes
So-
it personal though, so he's like, I didn't do that.
Anyway, thank you all for joining us on this epic and momentous day.
Yeah,
Is that the right word? Momentous?
momentous.
It is now.
I mean, it
If it's
sounds very
not-
fitting of Sully.
Stop it. Again, if you are interested in turning your Jeep into that, click click on the link in the description here on the QR code. They'll get with you and talk about
I'm still waiting on my
how.
call.
Have you filled out a form yet?
Apparently,
Have you
there's a
filled out
lot
the
of
form
people
yet?
filling these
There
forms.
are. There are a lot. So, we will see you in the morning,
Yeah.
and we'll take you on a drive.
The Frankenmuth.
Is it Frankenmuth?
Frankenmuth.
It's Frankenmuth. We're going to Frankenmuth.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Christmas there year round. Bye.
Bye.